Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm thrilled to have you here again, and today, we are diving deep into a topic that touches the essence of Buddhist philosophy and practice, the profound and revered Heart Sutra. But here's the twist, our journey today goes beyond merely reciting the Heart Sutra. We are going to explore how the Heart Sutra finds its roots and its truest meaning through the lens of three monumental Buddhist texts: the Great Prajnaparamita Sutra, the Lotus Sutra, and the Diamond Sutra. These three scriptures aren't just ancient teachings, they are gateways to a deeper spiritual understanding. If you've ever wondered what form is emptiness, emptiness is form, truly means, or if you've struggled to internalize the deeper aspects of emptiness and non-attachment, then this video is your doorway to clarity. Stick with me, because by the end of this journey, you won't just know the Heart Sutra, you'll live it. Our core topic today is understanding the Heart Sutra not in isolation, but as the concentrated essence of a much broader wisdom tradition. The Heart Sutra is short, just 260 Chinese characters, but within this compact form lies the distilled heart of all Prajnaparamita literature. However, its brevity is not meant to simplify your path, it's a compass pointing toward deeper oceans of knowledge. This is where the three great sutras come in. Let's begin with the Great Prajnaparamita Sutra. This is not a single book but a massive collection encompassing 600 volumes in some versions. Imagine the Heart Sutra as the DNA strand of this vast body of wisdom. Central to this collection is the concept of prajna, pure wisdom, a wisdom not of cleverness or knowledge, but of direct, non-conceptual insight into the nature of reality. It's the wisdom that sees through the illusion of permanence, ego, and self-identity. When we recite, form is emptiness, and emptiness is form, we are not engaging in paradox for the sake of poetic charm. We are peering into the core of existence itself. Form, the tangible, visible world, is not separate from emptiness. Emptiness is not the void or nihilism, but the absence of fixed essence. When you understand this, the material world no longer clings to you like a shackle, nor do you float away into detached nothingness. You stand in the middle, with clarity. The Great Prajnaparamita Sutra expands on this with example after example, guiding the practitioner toward seeing the formless nature of reality beneath the surface of all appearances. Next, we have the Lotus Sutra. This magnificent scripture shifts our gaze from the concept of emptiness to the lived experience of it. The Lotus Sutra emphasizes the universality of enlightenment, that all beings, regardless of their past actions or current state, possess the potential for Buddhahood. Here, we learn that emptiness isn't cold or detached, it's fertile soul for compassion. Because all things are empty of fixed nature, they are also full of potential. This is where wisdom turns into action. Emptiness doesn't mean non-existence, it means flexibility, transformation, and interconnectedness. The Lotus Sutra teaches us that when we see the world through this lens, we develop a kind of fearless compassion. We stop judging people by their appearances or circumstances. Instead, we see them as fellow travelers, each capable of awakening. The Heart Sutra gains depth when seen in this light. Its teachings are not meant to be recited like a mantra but realized through action and service. Then comes the Diamond Sutra. Sharp as its namesake, this text cuts through illusions like a blade forged in cosmic truth. The Diamond Sutra challenges the reader relentlessly, urging us to abandon attachment, not just to material objects, but to spiritual attainment and even to the very notion of self. It famously says the Bodhisattva should develop a mind that does not abide in anything. This idea of non-abiding is the cornerstone of true liberation. It means that even our highest insights are not meant to be grasped or hoarded. Enlightenment is not a trophy, it is a continuous unfolding. The Diamond Sutra and the Heart Sutra together reveal a radical path: live with openness, give without clinging, and see without attaching. Non-abiding is the space in which real freedom blossoms. But how do we bring this into our daily lives? This is where the narrative takes a personal turn. Imagine a practitioner who sits in the same spot every morning, eyes closed, hands gently folded in their lap. They chant the Heart Sutra daily, but something feels missing. One day, they stumble upon a passage in the great Prajnaparamita Sutra that speaks of wisdom not as knowledge but as letting go. They start to notice how tightly they hold onto their opinions, their fears, even their identity as an Buddhist. This realization leads them to the Lotus Sutra, where they see stories of beings finding enlightenment in unexpected ways. A dragon princess, an uneducated man, even demons find their path. Suddenly, the practitioner sees their difficult co-worker not as an enemy, but as a mirror. Compassion flows where judgment once reigned. Later, the practitioner reads the Diamond Sutra again, and the line "Tall dharmas are like dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows" hits them differently. They walk into their job the next day with a new awareness. Every annoyance, every frustration is an illusion, rising and falling. The coffee spill on their shirt is no longer a crisis, it's a passing cloud. This is the kind of transformation these sutras make possible, not in temples or mountain tapas, but in morning commutes, family dinners, and sleepless nights. The Heart Sutra is not a beginner's text. It's a distillation of decades, no, lifetimes of spiritual realization. When you understand it through the prism of the great Prajnaparamita Sutra, you learn to see through the veils of perception. Through the Lotus Sutra, you learn to open your heart wide, to let everyone in. Through the Diamond Sutra, you learn to let go of the very idea of holding on. Let's consider one more story. A woman in her 60s begins studying the Heart Sutra after the loss of her spouse. The grief is crushing. She reads a form is emptiness and feels confused. Is her husband's memory empty? Is her pain invalid? But as she explores the sutras deeper, she learns that emptiness does not negate meaning, it frees it from fixedness. Her grief becomes a process of transformation. She stops resisting it. It flows, it ebbs, and one day, as she lights incense at her small altar, she feels not pain, but peace. Her husband is not gone, he has become the rain, the laughter of her grandchildren, the silence of her prayers. This is what emptiness's form can mean. What these stories, texts, and insights show us is this: the Heart Sutra is not meant to be read in isolation. It is the crown jewel on a mountain of teachings. To fully appreciate its beauty, you must climb that mountain, reading, contemplating, practicing. When you do, you begin to live not from fear, but from freedom, not from clinging, but from compassion. Thank you for joining me today. I hope this exploration of the Heart Sutra and its deeper connections through the great Prajnaparamita Sutra, the Lotus Sutra, and the Diamond Sutra has sparked something in you. Maybe a question, maybe a clarity, maybe just a breath of stillness. Now I want to hear from you. Have you had experiences where these teachings illuminated your path? Have you felt the shift from form to emptiness in your own life? Share your stories in the comments. And don't forget, if this video brought you insight, support the channel by liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who could use a little wisdom today. Thank you for watching this video. See you in the next one.